top 5 moments in Tampa Bay Vipers history. We say that because they've only had 1 year, but top 5 moments of the year. There's a lot of excitement around this team, and obviously it didn't pan out in wins and losses, but the players and everything that happened on the field. So we're gonna get right out into it. Number 5, defensive tackle Ricky Walker, week 1, punched a guy in the face against the New York Guardians.
Oh, that's pretty easy to see.
That's pretty clean there.
And he clocked his head back like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's bad. Everyone loves it in hockey. Why not add it to the XFL?
If you think about the timing of this, that was the first game of the first weekend. It was the first game of the first Sunday in XFL. A lot of big-time audiences were tuning in. New York's obviously a big market. And then to see the back angle, we never got that front angle, but the back angle of Ricky Walker going up under the face mask and the guy's head snapping back, and obviously the first player in XFL to get ejected.
Well, that's a great stat for us to have. I'm glad that we're that rough and rowdy team that...
Gritty.
We're gritty. We're tough guys.
Yeah, AFC North football. So that is number 5. Number 4, we had the number 1 offense in the XFL after our Week 4 win against the DC Defenders.
Yeah, I mean, our run game was just phenomenal. Corn Dog eventually kind of got into a rhythm and really started feeling himself. It's a shame that once he started playing well, we have to end the season. So, yeah, it is what it is. But
it was 381.3 yards per game, and that actually is a far cry later in the season than it was in the early part of the season, because if you remember, we couldn't score any touchdowns offensively for a while. But you're right, Corn Dog, Taylor Cornelius really hit his stride there. And also, I want to bring up the fact that in the XFL, Taylor Cornelius has the 4th most passing yards.
And he didn't even start till week 3?
I think he's week 2.
He was week 2?
Well, yeah, because Murray played week 1 and then week 2.
Okay, you're right.
So he didn't even play the first game.
And he didn't play every snap of every game.
He did not.
He was out for a good chunk of it.
Yes. So, and 858 passing yards. Corn Dog really hit his stride down the stretch. And also, I want to mention the 1-2 running back duo of Jaquez Patrick and Davion Smith. Electric.
Very awesome. I mean, this running game is just amazing. It was what really started carrying us down the stretch, and I really wish that we'd get to see more of them. I love watching Jaquez Patrick just run over guys, just bully them.
I think we really figured out our identity as a team as the weeks went on, because at the beginning we wanted to be this like West Coast pass first offense, and then later in the year we discovered that Smith and Patrick, 1 and 2 at running back, like they can just play bully ball and they can get you first downs whenever they want.
Yeah, having 2 good running backs is awesome. You always have fresh legs in there. And when you can really start wearing a defense down, that really makes a difference in the passing game and in the running game. Being able to do whatever you want. Yeah, it's huge.
So Smith is actually your XFL's first season leader at rushing yards. Davion Smith, 365 rushing yards. That is first in the XFL. Jaquez Patrick is 3rd in the XFL with 254 yards on the ground.
Yeah, and to have 2 running backs from the same team sharing the top 5. The top 3 at that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think another team has that many people in the top half. So our offense hitting their stride down the stretch is the number 4 moment. Number 3 is our guy, Colin Thompson, the tight end, who had the amazing catch against the DC Defenders in Week 4.
Yeah.
Really seems like those defensive play calls are coming in late for DC. What a catch off the bobble. Colin Thompson scoops it up.
Yeah, Colin Thompson, that was the only catch he had this year.
And it was a real hustle play. Heads up play.
He was like 5 yards behind the where Dan Williams was at wide receiver, and he just came out of nowhere and scooped the ball up.
Yeah, just sticking with the play, following the ball. And it kind of seemed to be something that the Vipers did very well on defense, is all the guys continuing to play until the whistle.
Yep.
And Colin Thompson did exactly that and ended up getting a first down, scooping the ball up right before it hit the ground, and just an awesome play.
Blew up on Twitter. It was everywhere. The XFL account retweeted it and everything. So our guy, Colin Thompson's amazing scoop of a catch is the number 3 moment in Tampa Bay Vipers history. Number 2. Reece Horn. His pump-up speech before the first home game at Raymond James Stadium was, to say it's electric is an understatement.
Thanks again for coming out. Vipers fans, we need y'all to be loud today. We need you to bring that energy. And most importantly, Vipers, we need you to smell what the Vipers are cooking.
It was like a WWE promo. Vince McMahon was probably sitting somewhere just like clapping because he dropped the "Do you smell what the Vipers are cooking?" like The Rock used to.
Oh yeah, had you ready to run through a wall. Just one of the best speeches.
It really got the fans pumped up, and I'm glad the XFL put that on TV because it gave us a chance to just see what Reece Horn is like. Electric. I really hope Reece Warren comes back to this team next year if he doesn't get picked up.
Well, first, we hope he gets picked up in the NFL.
Well, yes, okay. We hope he does go to the NFL because he was on the Vikings for a little bit.
But we'd love to have him back.
We would love to have Reece Horn back. And that leads us to the number one moment in Tampa Bay Vipers' inaugural season. This was, of course, the first offensive touchdown of the season. And who scored it, Nick?
Our guy, Quintin Flowers.
Wow. Those are the hits we thought the XFL wants to have in the game. Keeping it. Quintin Flowers. That's the first offensive touchdown of the season.
The Start Flowers movement at that point was red hot. But
An understatement.
the first offensive touchdown came in week 3, which is kind of hard to believe because that is a long time to go without a offensive touchdown. But week 1, just a field goal, 3 points. Week 2, there was an interception for a touchdown and some field goals, but no offensive touchdown. But week 3 at home against Houston, Quinton Flowers did a read option play where he just scrambled into the end zone for the first offensive touchdown in Tampa history.
Personal foul. Those are the hits we thought the XFL wants to have in the game. Keeping it. Quintin Flowers. That's the first offensive touchdown of the season.
Like after that, people were really calling for Quinton Flowers to get more involved, which unfortunately did not happen.
No, it had the exact opposite effect.
It was a shame what happened to Quinton and everything. He probably won't come back. We don't know that as a fact. We're just guessing.
Yeah, it's a hot take, but
He
might be right.
next year we
Might not
probably
be a hot take at all.
we probably will not see Quinton Flowers back in Tampa.
Unfortunately. I mean, maybe he'll come back. Maybe he will be like the only quarterback on the roster.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen from now until next season. But those are your top 5 moments in Tampa Bay Vipers history.